In the novel And Then There Were None.
Hello. Welcome to Soldier Island.
On an isolated island, guests are invited to stay. Little do they know what their fate has led them to. Amongst the guests is Wargrave, a hanging judge that believes justice needs to be served. He is disgusted by the thought of sentencing the death of an innocent. Wargrave confesses, "I have a reputation as a hanging judge, but that is unfair. I have always been strictly just and scrupulous by my summing of a case." But he knows of the crimes each guest has committed. He knows of Vera. He knows of Armstrong. He knows of Roger. But they have no idea what Wargrave has planned for them. She tells her story. "I have swam after him. I couldn't get there in time. It was awful, but it wasn't my fault." On her own, Vera reminisces how she could not save Cyril, the young boy. She knows she has been exonerated by the law, but the guilt kills her inside. Vera remembers exactly why she had done it. Only for the love of Hugo. Hugo, the love of her life, who was too poor to marry her. She had known if Hugo's nephew didn't exist, Hugo's brother's money would be all his. So she provoked Hugo's nephew to kill himself and regretted it for the rest of her life. And then Armstrong remembers he was drunk. That's what it was, drunk. And that too while he was operating Cleese. But the judicial system believes he is innocent as they had no records of him being intoxicated. Although the fact that Rogers knew he was drunk and causes someone to die makes him feel guilty for the rest of his life. Then there was Rogers. Roger claims he took every action possible to save Miss Brady. He even mentions, "We couldn't get the doctor to her. I went for him, sir, on foot, but he got there too late." But could Rogers, knowing he will inherit money after Miss Brady's death, have provoked him to murder her? Even if it did, the inspector finds no proof of Rogers intentionally killing Miss Brandt, and therefore he is stated innocent by law. Wargrave takes all the facts into consideration. He strongly believes justice has not been served fairly as these guests are criminals. And his desire to kill grows. He carefully plans how to penalize each guest on the island for the sins they commit. Wargrave knows the tremendous amount of guilt Vera has for being a criminal. He knows how she reminisces the death over and over again. So he perfectly sets up her room, knowing Vera's guilt will lead her to hang herself. He stays still and watches Vera take her life. And then comes Armstrong. As Wargrave tells Armstrong to look to the cave, he pushes Armstrong into the sea to die. And that was the end of Dr. Armstrong. Then came Rogers. Wargrave quietly snuck behind him and broke Rogers' skull into two. Hence, though there was a fault in the judicial system, Wargrave believes he has the right to make the decision of taking matters into his own hands, which causes multiple tragedies to occur.